Hi there, Peter from Vox Singing Academy here, and this segment is proudly brought to you by the Ultimate Online Singing Course. Check it out, it is at voxsingingacademy.com. Today I am shooting a video here where I don't particularly want to shoot this video, but I thought that it would be very informative for anyone that's contracted laryngitis. Now unfortunately I have got laryngitis. Now the meaning of laryngitis, any gitis means inflammation basically, and obviously laryngitis means my larynx, my voice box is inflamed, meaning it's infected. Just to give you a bit of a run through over the last couple of weeks, I was sick about 3 weeks ago where I did have an upper respiratory infection. I did go into antibiotics for that, and I did clear it up, and I had about 1 week or 2 weeks where I was good. And then last Wednesday I started getting a sore throat. I thought that I had pharyngitis, which is normally what I normally get when I have a sore throat. And I was getting that actually last Tuesday, and it really kicked in on Wednesday. Then I just had a sore throat for a couple of days, and I thought it was pharyngitis. But then on Saturday I felt that my voice was diminishing. And I felt like I had a lump in my throat right here, and I was actually, when I was coughing, I was actually feeling pain from here to here from my bronchi tube, from my larynx through my bronchi tube. It was actually hurting. It was a sharp jabbing pain when I was coughing. So that's always a sure sign that you have an upper respiratory infection, and if you've got an upper respiratory infection, it can always spread up and turn to laryngitis, which unfortunately it has. I did go to the doctor on Saturday, and they basically shooed me away and said, you've got a virus, but there's nothing much we can do about it, and just take vitamin C and rest. So I did, but on Sunday I woke up pretty much with no voice. So I'm going to be keeping a daily recap of how my laryngitis is progressing day to day. So I'm going to call this day one, though really technically of this video, my laryngitis started yesterday, pardon me, which was on Sunday. And I had acute laryngitis, so I had no voice at all. I couldn't speak, my voice was like this. So that's what I had yesterday. So if you do ever have acute laryngitis, please, singers, do not speak at all, because what's happening is both of your vocal cords, when you speak, they have to vibrate together very quickly, and if they're both infected, it's like if you had two infected hands and you're clapping, you're going to cause damage to them. So I highly recommend not to speak if you ever have acute laryngitis. I was meant to be teaching here today at my Carnegie studio, and about an hour ago I tested out my voice, and I don't really have much of a voice to sing, so I cancelled all of my classes here today. So that's what this video is about, is to give you a day-to-day recap, a daily diary of the next week, or maybe even two, until my voice completely heals up. Now yesterday when I did have acute laryngitis, I had a few social events that I had to go to, and I cancelled all of those, and I went to the doctor, and a different doctor, and he was absolutely fantastic. And he said that I had an upper respiratory infection. I don't know why the first doctor on Saturday, only 24 hours beforehand, didn't say that either, when I was coughing up a lot of green phlegm and told him my same symptoms. This doctor has put me on to Zithromax 500 mils. Its proper name is azithromycin. Now this is apparently, it's only 3 tablets, so it only comes with 3 tablets, and I'm on day 2 of this now, and this is meant to be an it's meant to be a steroid plus an antibiotic. That's what the doctor told me. So I'm going to see how this goes, and I will test it out. Now I have had laryngitis before. I've had laryngitis about 13 or 14 years ago, and I had laryngitis in my whole life. I've had it 3 times where I haven't been able to sing, so this is the 4th time. When I did have laryngitis all of the previous times, I have gone to the doctor and I have got a penicillin shot in the backside, and I've taken very strong antibiotics, and generally 2 to 3 days later I've had about 90% of my voice back, so I was back teaching about 3 or 4 days later. And so we'll just see whether that is a little bit different, because as I said, I normally get the penicillin shot in the backside, and I did ask for one, but the doctor said that this is a better form of antibiotics, because there's only 3 tablets, but apparently they last for 10 days. So it stays in your body working for 10 days. Right now, I woke up and I had a little bit more of my voice. Now I'm speaking very passively compared to what I normally speak, but you can still hear my voice is no good. And as I go up higher, it starts to lose its quality. It gets thinner. So when you have laryngitis, being a singer or anyone, please only use the part of your voice that's working, okay? Don't go up and sing anywhere else. I'm actually going to go through a scale here, and I'm going to do this every day, and you're going to see the difference every day as my voice progresses or possibly gets worse. But you're going to see what my voice is doing and what it's not doing. I ran through a little bit of a test about an hour ago, and I didn't have much true voice at all. Remember, you have 2 sets of vocal cords, your true cords, which are down here in your larynx, and your false cords, which are at the top of my Adam's apple. Females don't have Adam's apples, but they're at the top. You see my falsetto, wee, at the top, true voice, down the bottom here. When you do get laryngitis, the first couple of days, it feels like there's a big lump here, and it actually hurts, like right here, and it will hurt to speak. So yesterday I was trying to speak, and it was actually hurting here. It was like a sharp pain. As I said, 3 or 4 days before that, I was getting a sharp pain in my bronchial tube. And the last couple of days I've been coughing up a lot of really bright green phlegm and chunks of it that have been sitting on my cords. So if you're getting rid of any phlegm that's coming up, that's always a sure sign that you have an infection, and it's best to get onto antibiotics straight away, whether it be sinusitis, pharyngitis, bronchitis, laryngitis. If you're coughing up any phlegm, please go to the doctor and try to get rid of it straight away, especially if it's an upper respiratory infection, because this could hang around for a long time. Now, if you are a singer, I would recommend to try to talk as little as you possibly can, even if you have got some voice. So I know I'm speaking now, but I'm not going to be doing much speaking for the rest of the day. You can hear the quality of my voice if you look at my other videos. The quality of my voice isn't the same at all. It's a lot lower, so my voice can go very, very low. And it burns, 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 burning ring of fire. I feel I always need to clear it. It feels like there's gunk on there, and there obviously is. But anyway, just back to what I'm doing here after messing around with. If you have got laryngitis and you're a singer, try not to speak. Speak as little as you possibly can. If you need to speak, try to find where your voice is sitting really well, and try to just speak there as quietly as you can. Because if you start to go louder, you put more pressure on the vocal cords. So I know that they say whispering, but I actually find whispering like this is actually easier for my voice when I've got laryngitis, even though it dries it out a lot. Now, I highly recommend that when you have laryngitis, is go to the doctor straight away, ask for a penicillin shot, get on the strongest antibiotics that you possibly can. Don't start singing until your voice is completely healed. So I'm going to go through my voice here, so you're going to see what my voice is like. And we're going to see the progression over the next couple of days. And I might start teaching tomorrow if my voice is okay, but we're going to see how it goes. But I always start off with the exercise. And with the exercise, your voice will generally stop if the vocal cords are swollen or inflamed, or if you have laryngitis. So I'm going to start down here. I'm having a lot of trouble controlling my top notes already. It feels like my voice is doing this. More so when I used to do this, it used to feel like so it feels like it feels wobbly. Okay, I'm going to keep going up, and we're going to just hear the sounds and see what happens with my voice. I'm not going to push it so that I'm going to damage my voice. It's the last thing I want to do, because I want to be teaching hopefully in the next couple of days, but I'm not going to push it. I'm just going to see how much I've got, so we can critique my voice over the next couple of days with this little experiment here. Now, sorry, I'm doing my warm-up, which is, as I said, it's a fantastic warm-up, and it's very passive and it's very light. It's yoga for your voice. With the burble or baby buzz, it's very aggressive. You have to go a lot louder and do a lot more force and give it to the chords. And it's a lot louder volume, so you can cause more damage to your voice. You definitely don't want to be singing when you've got laryngitis. If you're in the middle of a tour, you have to stop. You have to cancel the tour. Greta Van Fleet were playing this year and he had laryngitis and he had to cancel the tour here in Melbourne, unfortunately. But you don't want to be singing or pushing your voice because you're going to cause damage, and because both of your vocal cords are infected. It's like banging them together and they can hemorrhage, and you can develop hard tissue scarring on both of the cords. So you do not want to sing when you've got laryngitis at all. I'm not going to be singing. I'm just going to show you what parts of my voice are working and not working and the control with them. Okay, I'm going to keep warming up here with the warm-up exercise. My ears and everything are blocked up, so I'm having a lot of trouble hearing the piano. I'm trying to keep the piano as quiet as I can so that the camera is going to pick up more of my voice. As you can hear there, it's starting to lose, it's starting to break. I'm going to do it without the piano. My voice is starting to go into falsetto. I'm going to try to flip it to falsetto. I'm going to keep it all in falsetto now. It feels like I'm really labouring to get this sentence, and this is only in the lower part of my range to do with this exercise. I normally go all the way up to here with my exercise, my exercise, so I'm really labouring to get this. It feels like it's actually 3/4 of the way up my range already. I'm having to nearly sort of push this a little bit, like it's nearly to the top of my range. So I'm going to sneeze. Feels like I'm going to sneeze. Pardon me. Sorry guys, I am really sick and I'm not feeling at all great at all. But I'm just hoping that this video is going to help and answer a lot of questions for people that have ever been knocked out with this, because this is a singer's worst nightmare, is to have this. And I'm really looking forward, and I appreciate to get back to singing and teaching again. I think when you have these bad moments in your life like this, when you have something that's crappy that's happened, it really makes you appreciate what you've got once you've got it back again, and that's especially with your health. Now it feels very staccato, like it's skipping. That's it. My voice is starting to cut out then, and that's exactly the same place it cut out. So my voice isn't going to high G. Normally that's G above mid C. Sorry, not high G. Normally my voice goes to high G above high C. So I've lost a complete octave here already. Giving it a little bit more now. So I'm kind of not forcing it, but I'm giving it a lot more support and more volume, twice as much volume as what I was doing, maybe 8 or 9 scales lower. My voice is missing here. Totally not there now at the top. You can hear that. I'll go 1 or 2 more. You can clearly hear that. I'm going to come back down. Now, if you're hearing this in your voice and you're doing this scale, guys, you've got to stop. Don't do any more. finish it up. But you can hear that's in my voice. I'm going to take this back again just so that you can get an example here again. But this is not healthy for your voice. This means my vocal cords are that fat and actually coming together and not vibrating. They're stiff because they've got obviously a lot of phlegm and a lot of inflammation and phlegm on there, and it's like a raw cut. If my hands were cut, it's like a raw cut. But I'm going to go back up here with no piano so you can hear it again. It's very, very sticky. It's staccato. That's about it. My voice is missing on the top notes. Halfway through, it's not working at all up there at the top there. So that's what the beauty of this scale is as well too. It will expose when you've got some swelling or laryngitis with your vocal cords. So that's the warm up, and I haven't got acute laryngitis anymore. I can still speak, but it's really labouring for my voice. It actually hurts my voice to speak, so I'm not going to do much speaking for the rest of the day. I'll actually probably edit this video. But I'm going to give an example of my falsetto now, my falsetto chords, and we'll see how much we've got. Then I'm going to give an example of my true voice vocal cords and see what we've got. So I'm just going to have a drink. I'm always drinking warm fluids. Even if I'm not sick, I've always got a flask. When I finish this, I will tell you what I'm actually taking and doing to help my body get rid of this laryngitis. Anyway, let's see how we got this falsetto. Wee, wee, wee. And my falsetto is very husky, very unclear. Normally this is beautiful and crisp and clear, and it's just really husky. Wee, wee, wee. And it feels like I'm singing off pitch. It feels like I can't get pitch with my falsetto here. Wee, wee, wee. I actually have to give it a little bit more power to get the top notes. Wee, wee, wee. I can't go higher. My voice won't let me go high here. Wee, wee, wee. I have to really push it to get it. Wee, wee, wee. It feels like I'm not changing key. Wee, wee, wee. Hitting a bit of a sweeter spot here with my voice. Wee, wee, wee. It's actually hard. It was harder to sing down low when I first started. Wee, wee, wee. Wee, wee, wee. It's actually feeling better as I'm going toward the top. So my laryngitis mustn't be at the top of my falsetto range. It's at the bottom because I was having a lot of trouble getting it and activating it down low. Wee, wee, wee. It's still not working. It's still very flat. It's about as high as I'm going to go. I'm not going to push my voice much more. But I'm going to come down low. I'm going to see what I've got down low here. It just feels like my voice is very fat. And my falsetto is super airy. So like it feels like there's a lot of air passing through my vocal cords because they're not coming to get a flush. They're like perforated, and it's letting a lot of air come through when I'm actually pushing them together. This is like having two hacksaw blades, and you put them together. There's going to be a gap between them. So that's exactly what's happened to my voice at the moment. If you go to any of my falsetto exercises on my 5-Minute Singer Ask Vox Singing Academy channel, you hear my voice is beautiful and clear here in falsetto, and it's not. I'll keep going. Wee, wee, wee. It's really airy. Wee, wee, wee. Wee, wee, wee. It's just not great there at all. Okay, now I'm going to start in true voice down low. I'm going to see what happens with my true voice here. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do a triad starting super low, so I'm not going to push my voice too hard here at all. There's no tone quality. I can feel there's a lot of phlegm on there. It's an awful tone. Having a lot of trouble controlling it. I'm keeping it as bright as I can. Hear my voice cracked at the top. I'm trying to support my stomach, so I'm taking the strain off here. My vocal cords don't even sound like they normally do. This is quite embarrassing actually, this sound, but as I said, my vocal cords are very, very sick and inflamed. A really strange sound. I normally have a very clear, beautiful, crisp sound here. I'm not going to push my voice anymore because I'm actually afraid that I might damage it if I push it more. I think I probably have about 3 or 4 more notes there, but the quality of my tone's just awful because they're perforated and there's a lot of phlegm and probably pus on my vocal cords at the moment. So I'm going to, I'll check in tomorrow and I'll do a daily recap, but then I'm also going to put all the videos all together at the end as well too. So what I'm also doing is I'm having hot fluids. I'm staying in a very warm environment all the time. I'm sleeping with the heater on. I'm steaming. I have a humidifier, so I'm steaming. Hot showers are great. I'm feeling a lot better, which gets rid of a lot of the gunk. I'm taking a lot of vitamin C, a lot of garlic, warm tea, honey, and I'm resting. I'm resting my vocal cords. I won't be doing anything for the rest of the day until I come back here tomorrow and see how my voice is going. So I'm going to come back here live. I'm not even going to warm up tomorrow. I'll see how it's going because I need to see if I'm going to be able to teach at my Dandenong studio tomorrow. The way my voice is going and the way that these antibiotics are kicking in, I'm going to be saying I most probably won't be. There's a higher chance that I won't be teaching tomorrow if my voice is in this condition. I'm teaching at the Brunswick studio on the Wednesday and I doubt whether I'll be up for that either, but who knows, these might kick in and I might be sounding better shortly. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm sorry about my lack of energy. But I don't feel great and I'm sorry about my voice, but I just thought that this is going to be very helpful for anyone that's got laryngitis because it can be scary, especially the first time that you've got it, to lose your voice, and very scary if you're a singer. Thanks for watching. Much love. Bye-bye.